Hello, it's Sandra, host of We Don't Die Radio, just coming to you with a couple of brief announcements. First, I just returned home from 9 days in the UK, spending 7 days at the Arthur Findlay College, and took a course in trance mediumship. And I don't have time to do an episode about it until I get back from the races. I've got a few weeks away. But what I did is in the We Don't Die listeners group on Facebook, I posted a live video every day with what I learned from class. So there's even a guided meditation and so much more that is so powerful that simply go to Facebook and type in We Don't Die listeners and we'll put you in the group so you can see those videos if you like. The second announcement is our friend Scott Milligan, who is a physical medium and trance medium, is going to be doing something that has never been done before by him on camera. He is going to do a live questions and answer period, but he will be in trance. So he has several people that speak through him, and it is purely amazing. So the date it's going to be recorded is July 3rd, 2018. You don't have to be present. It is a fundraiser. We're raising money for a church. There is a disabled person that's not able to participate in their choir because they don't have a handicapped ramp for them. So the money's going to a good cause. It's 15 British pounds, about 20 US dollars. And even if you find out about this after the fact, you can still witness this. You'll be sent the video link. So you can go to scotttrance.com to find out more. And what I'm going to do now is at the end of this recording, I'm going to just put a few snippets of Scott in trance so you can hear what it's like. Like I said, he's never done it before on camera. It is really something to behold because you will see his face go from Scott and, although his face doesn't change, his eyes are shut, and after a while of keeping his brain still, his mind still, the spirit folks can talk through him. Why this is really special is that you can ask questions. And if you can't be there for the live Zoom recording of this, you can certainly email questions. You can email them to me, sandrachamplain@gmail.com, or on the website scotttrance.com, there's an address as well to email your questions. But when you hear the words coming out of the spirit folks that speak through Scott, you will be so amazed. So anyways, that's my update for now. Hope you're well. And again, if you want to keep on listening, you'll get a little taste of what it sounds like to hear some of the friends that speak through Scott. And again, on July 3rd, you will actually see what it looks like to witness it on his face coming out through his mouth. Pretty amazing. And again, you don't have to be present to get it. If you're not available on that day, you will be emailed the link to watch, but you can certainly ask questions ahead of time. So lots of love to you wherever you are. I want you to have total confidence that you are not alone in this world. Besides having me, maybe a distance away, you are surrounded by a spirit team. And I know sometimes we don't believe things if we can't see them, but if you go to the listener group on Facebook and hear some of the stories of what I witnessed, you will get it, that you are not alone in a good way. All right, lots of love to you wherever you are. Bye.
What we have now will be played 4 different sound clips that have been taken from Scott's seances. Now, he does have different people that speak through him, his controls, what they're called. The very first one comes from Scott's CD called Pearls of Wisdom. This is Eric talking. He's the very, very wise man, and he'll be talking about apports. These are the things that come out of nowhere. And he mentions Daniel, and Daniel is a feisty guy that represents himself as a young man who actually died when he was older. But Daniel brings a lot of humor into the seances. Daniel helps with our loved ones coming through. Daniel is an integral part of a seance because he brings a lot of laughter. And what we might not have spoken about, but is how laughter is the best energy for producing phenomena and helping your loved ones to come through. So our second audio is going to be you hearing from Daniel directly about Daniel's life and him passing to spirit. And when the gentleman here mentioned the young man, they're referring to Scott. Now, the third recording is called Invocation from Morning Star, and this comes from Scott's CD called Introducing the Austin Wish Circle. And Morning Star is the person that comes through. He'll be talking on this clip about living life on earth, how the greatest lie to us human beings is death. It's so filled with wisdom. The fourth recording you'll hear is by Eric. It's from Scott's CD called Inspiration from the Light. And it's just a 3-minute clip about the world which awaits you. So I hope you enjoy them. And I want to invite you, just write this down if you can. Go to WeDon'tDieRadio.com and episode 188. If you look at that, there'll be something you can highlight and click on that says bonus material. I've created a website with some of these clips that you can hear. In addition to, Scott has generously given me permission to share with you 3 full-length seances from the magnificent medium Colin Fry. And these aren't published anywhere else, and they're very, very interesting. You can hear so much laughter, so many words of wisdom, and actually hear people's deceased relatives coming through. So you'll actually get a feeling of what it's like to be in a seance. So please go to WeDon'tDieRadio.com, click on episode 188, and you'll see where it says bonus material. So secret between you and me is that's all right there for you. Okay, so all right, get ready to listen. These are great. Here's the first one, Eric talking about apports.
Sometimes apports are brought in.
Oh, yeah.
And very appropriate apports.
Yes.
How does the spirit world find those apports?
Oh.
Being there, not wanted or not loved.
Yes.
There isn't a lost property office in the spirit
Oh. Well, my friend, may I say this too, and thank you for enriching my experience. Apports, my friend, must come from a place of unloved, or where it has been abused. Indeed, there is law that we cannot take certain objects, even though they'll be at the bottom of the sea, as it will be of monetary gain. It can be abused by those who we give the gift of apport to. Young Daniel is not a grave robber or steals from the dead, but if it is a necessity, then indeed we will. Just recently, the young man, through the love of those present, was able to allow his body for an asport to become an apport. An asport is where we take it away, and an apport is where we bring it. And we were able to bring an apport of considerable size. But, my friend, it became an enigma, because there will be another one that will be given through another medium, which will bring both together. It has been chosen to give confidence not only to the one who receives the apport, but also to who are present.
Thank you very much.
You are indeed most welcome.
Okay, here's the second one. This is Daniel talking about his life and passing to spirit.
So Daniel, when you were on the physical plane, what were you doing?
Drinking mostly. I don't mean that rude, Ducky, but I took to the bottle faster than I could swallow. And if I could say this to you, there is a reason why Mr. Eric calls it the devil's brew.
Yeah.
Because it can destroy your life.
Yeah, it can.
When I was younger, much younger than what I am now, I used to collect the coal off the wagon and the horses down.
That's hard work. Yeah.
I used to be called a skiff if you nicked the coal off the wagon. All I say is at least I had the brains to be warm at that.
Yes.
Too many people are too proud.
Yeah.
So what year were you on the physical plane?
In 54.
Okay.
I remember 54 very well. I don't remember much before that. I remember one time seeing a show. I sneaked in at the behind, you know, you get in through the back door.
Yeah.
I remember that, and I remember being turfed out of it, and as I was turfed out, I was pushed down the stairs. And I remember breaking my finger.
Oh.
But it'll be evidential when I materialise, because you'll see the broken finger.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've got a broken finger now. I remember when I used to go to places, they used to put straw on the floor to mop up any sick and shavings like.
A long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago, I have to say. But it's just the way of life. Life's changed.
Was it a good show?
I don't remember much of that. I remember going down. I remember trying to make my own ale and it just went terribly wrong. I remember the time we used to be able to drink anything really. Everything used to be watered down. A gin, you used to make slow gin. Awful stuff.
Have you chosen to work with Scott?
If I said to you, Ducky, we chose each other. And if I say this, when I came over, I had the potential of moving objects by thought.
Okay.
So I used to think things and things would move in your world. And I used to think it was quite a good game, really. Someone brighter than myself said that I had a purpose. And I had a purpose to do things of good. And I said, what's that then? And they said I'll be able to talk to people because I noticed that when I moved things, they screamed, they didn't talk to me.
Daniel, can you just repeat that last bit, the lady next to me?
People used to scream when I moved things. They didn't talk to me.
Oh, I see.
I remember a priest once.
Yeah.
They came and they said I was a devil. So I thought I'll show you. And I jabbed him in the side. He's God that day, come and save him.
There was a lady at the back wanting to say something, or towards the back wanting to say something on that side.
I'm being terribly rude.
No, you're not. There was a
Sorry, I don't know if it's too sensitive, but how did you pass?
I came out of the local watering hole. And I slipped. And as I slipped, I banged my head. And as I banged my head, I must have got back up, but I don't remember that. Because I remember laying in the ditch on the side of the road, but I wasn't met by anyone that I could say I'm living that would have stopped to help me. And time stood still for me. I must have been there for a good hour. But then my mother came and said, get up. And I said, what are you doing? You're dead. And she said, so are you. Which I found was very disappointing. It was a bad place. But what I can say to you, when it actually happened, it was easier than breathing in and out. All the pain that you experience melts away. The Ducky does nursing. He knows about medical stuff. You've been around people when they pass.
I have actually.
Yeah. Hey, have you noticed a sense of peace come over?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's our transition. Even though we could be screaming in agony beforehand and all of a sudden become very peaceful.
Yes.
Because the soul is being released.
Yes.
Very, very. What's the word?
Wasn't that great? Okay, here is Morning Star with his invocation about living life on earth and about death being the greatest lie.
Son, with your kind permission, I speak to my brothers and sisters. Yes. On this time of celebration, when our world will become yours, this day we embark on the journey of unfolding to the endless sunshine that awaits you. As you open your minds and your hearts, as we send the bountiful love to you with the great truth that you cannot die. Stand firm in your beliefs in the truth. Do not allow your flame to flicker by the voice of those who wish to say you lie. As the greatest lie in your world is death, as there is no death. In each and every one of you is a light that has come from the great source of power. This light cannot be hidden, but can only be shared to those who wish to seek out the truth. I wish to say to each and every one of you the simplest of questions: why are you here? You may give me words to be wrapped in pretty paper, but each and every one of you have been woken by the voice of the Great Spirit. That it is this time, this day, that we together must explore the facet as known as mediumship. You have all come to a crossroads in your development. You may have come from different places and walked a different path, but at this time, your hearts will beat as one. As our friend said to you, but be free like the leaf in the great wind. Allow our breath to carry you. Do not fight against the tide of change, my friends. Be like water, as water is the softest element in your world that can overcome a rock and stone. Do not fill your mind with your tomorrows. Do not ponder on your yesterday. Live for this minute, this second. Then we from the unseen world can use you, my friends. Be truthful in all that you do. You are our tomorrows. We are only dead to this world if we are forgotten. You have made an old man very happy to know that each and every one of you will be the voice of our world. Inside each and every one of you is endless sunshine. For you to reach out to our world, you must look within, as that is the power, the bridge that will connect us to you. To know oneself will allow us to walk by your side. This day is the desire of my world to unfold those gifts that each of you have. Do not follow the footsteps of others. To do so, you stand in the shadow of your fellow man. Make your own footsteps. But do not allow anyone in your world to bend your truth, as that will knock your confidence. As confidence is a tower of marbles, easily knocked, but not so easily rebuilt. We will stand by your side as long as your hearts are pure and you do not wish to become a stuffed shirt. We will assist you in every footstep that you take. Enjoy these times that we have with one another. I have been asked to be the voice of my world at this time. As one voice, my friends, we welcome you all here. There are so many in your world that are sleepwalking, that have not been woken by the voice of the Spirit. I say to you again, why are you here? And your answers may change, but who is right and who is wrong? It is your desire as well as ours, as you are all the instruments of the divine power of the Great Spirit.
And here's the final clip, The World Which Awaits You, and it's Eric speaking.
Even though we will refer to it as the world that awaits you, it is merely a footstep in front of you. If I could say this to you, the world in which you came from, the world in which you return to, is very much like a star. You can see it there, but it's just outside its grasp. It does not mean that we within the world that awaits you cannot touch you. As we come to you in love and understanding, not in judgment. We are there to inspire your minds, not to insult your intelligence. Speak to us as you would speak of friend. Do not wrap your words in pretty paper, as it will devalue the message that you wish to speak of. Those who wish to commune with the world that awaits you, just sit and allow us to get used to your vibration. Whatever symbol of hope you carry within your heart, may it be with you and bless you all. You must imagine that each of your gifts is wrapped in the most delicate of gossamer. Must be opened reverently and freely. And do not be in a rush, my friends. Whatever you can't achieve today, there is always tomorrow. What you can't achieve tomorrow, there's always next year. Remember that, my friend. Take it from an old dead man. what you don't achieve in this world will await you in the world to greet you home. The greatest lie in your world is death, as there is no death. It is but a doorway that each of you must walk through. We are ageless and we are deathless. Let us move along.
Thank you, Sandra.
Hello, my dear, I trust that you are well.
I am. I'm great. My question is this. There's suffering that comes from pain of the body and diseases, and suffering that comes from grief. Is there a purpose for the pain and suffering we humans feel while we're walking the earth?
Well, I have to say to you, it does help to enrich the soul's experience, because you won't experience it in our world. We do experience emotion and remember the emotion of the earth when we draw close to people like yourself. We are reminded of it. Why do you not think when we commune with you, we say, oh, I suffered terribly, and give you our conditions of how we were removed from the physical form? But may I say this to you, your question about it, is it a purpose? It is a byproduct of being alive. Your body is fragile. It is full of sins. The body is a miracle in itself. Once you are born, it starts to kill itself. But it kills itself so it can renew. I find it very fascinating. May I say this to you? And I am answering your question by saying this. I find it fascinating if you are to cut the skin and it causes such pain, how the body then learns how to cope with it. How it starts to bring what has been separated back together. But I find it very, very fascinating. But I have to say to you, when you are alive and experience it for yourself, it is terribly distressing. But the only hope I can give you is it is only for a short period of time. When you come to our side of life, it goes back to the earth.